Hello and welcome to my very first writing vlog. I'm filming this on March 31st, 2025. I am not sure when I will upload this video and begin a regular schedule for writing vlogs or writing related videos in general, but I hope to do at least one writing related video a week, and I'm thinking it's going to be on Wednesdays because Wednesday and writing those words both start with a W. So a bit about my writing. I have written novels since 2006, and since then I have written a total of 47 novels. I like to write a novel in a very concentrated fashion, and then I will once I'm done, I will print out the entire thing, and then I will read through and make notes, and then I just put it on the shelf in a binder. And I have done this a lot. Just write, print out, read, and make comments, and then put it on the shelf. But I think it's about time that I do something with all of these novels that I write. So I'm hoping to publish an English novel on Amazon or maybe other places as well, somewhere in the near future. I write a lot in English, but I write in Danish as well. And I have written 19 in Danish and 28 in English. So it's not half and half. 3 of the Danish novels are actually a trilogy. I mainly do standalone novels because I like to give the reader a wholesome and completed experience. So in April this year, I'm participating in an online writing event. It takes place on a Danish Discord server. I haven't been much on Discord lately because I've been focused on other things. I have a job that I have spent some time on, and a new contract had to be put into place before I knew what to do and how I could or how I can spend my time. So with a part-time job as a copywriter and a gaming interest and making gaming videos and writing vlogs, I have lots of things to spend my time on. But I haven't written anything since shortly after New Year's, when I finished a novel. I wrote a novel. It was actually one in Danish. I wrote that, finished it up in the beginning of January, but I should have, according to my own plans, I have a notebook that I write my goals in. I have a goal for writing and for reading and my physical health, and not all goals are going as well as the others, but my writing goal and my reading goal are probably easier for me to attain because I write daily, or I used to write daily until I had a lot of mental clutter I had to figure out, and I've also spent a lot of time thinking about YouTube and how to go about making a channel and what my videos are going to be about, etc. So I've had plenty of things to think about. I would have liked to have written one full novel this year already, but I haven't written anything since I completed the one I should have finished before Christmas. So I don't think I'm going to reach my goal of writing 4 novels this year. But if I get to do 3, that's all right as well. And if I get to do 2, that's better than 0. I should be able to do more than 1. I'm starting writing one tomorrow, April 1st. I don't know when I will upload this video. I'm probably already in the midst of writing the novel that I will choose in this video, and then we'll see what I will end up with. The online writing event is pretty casual, and it's for Danes and people who understand Danish, who want to write in a very friendly way and compete a bit against and with others who also write. So I'm eager to get back into writing, and I hope that my schedule will be open and flexible. It should be flexible. I hope that I can fit in everything that I want to fit in, and then do writing every day. And at this moment I have 7 novel ideas that I consider. I have to choose one for the month of April, and I will probably set my goal to 30,000 words. Easter is coming up, so I plan on taking some days off from writing and from work. So I have about a week less than I would like. The regular NaNoWriMo is the month of November, and my goal for that is 50,000 words as it is. That's how it is when it's a regular NaNoWriMo. But in other months, for the other events, you can set your own goal, and this event on the Danish Discord server is inspired a lot by that, I think, because you set your own goal and we compete in teams. We will be divided into 2 teams, and then each team will fight to write more words and do other chores like taking a nap or going for a walk, or using a specific word or prompt or something in your writing. So that will be fun. I am excited to get back into writing, but first I have to choose an idea. I actually have 9 novel ideas that I could do, but I'm only focusing on 7 of them because one requires that I read all of Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales, because I intend to do a mashup story of several of these fairy tales, and then have them interact in in other ways than they do in the fairy tales. I'm not sure if I will ever get to write that, because it requires that I read a very thick book with all those fairy tales and take a lot of notes, and character profiles have to be put in place before I write. I normally wing it. I am a planter, but more of a pantser than a planner. I use the words that NaNoWriMo use, and that's either a planner. A planner is where you plan out your novel ahead of time, and then you know what to write and when, and you know all the characters, and you know what's going to happen in each chapter, or at least in the overall sense of the of the world and the idea. And a pantser is one who writes by the seat of the pants. So they wing it. Stephen King is a famous pantser. I don't aspire to be a pantser just because he's a pantser. He has done very, very well for himself, and that's a method that works for him. I tend to pants when I write. I have an overall idea, and then I just sit down and write, and then I discover as I write what's going to happen. And then if I get an idea that takes me a few chapters ahead of wherever I am, I will write down in bullet point form what will happen in the coming chapters, and that's useful. I like the pantser aspect, that I have no clue what's going to happen, and it's fun to discover it, and then it's like I'm telling myself the story for the very first time. But I also like to have a plan and know where I am going with the story. So I like the mix. I said before that I'm a planter, so it's a mix between planner and pantser. And I think I'm more pantser than planter, or planner. I have tried planning very detailed outlines of each chapter, but I plan on going this way, and then then I go in a totally different direction, and then whoa, that wasn't planned, and but then I just discard the outline and then go with the new idea. So the outline in that case would be wasted. But I like to have an idea of where I'm going. I heard someone say in a video, I think it was on YouTube actually, someone who said that they use the staircase methodology. It's like you take one step up a giant staircase, you don't know where it's going and if it's going to turn or go up or down or what it's going to be like, but you take one step and then you can see the next step, or maybe the next one and the next one after that. You can see a bit ahead and then you go there and then you continue from that. So I think that's a good way of doing it. People are different and writers are different, and we have different ways of working. And I think it's very nice to hear other writers' ideas, or not ideas, for their stories. That's nice as well. But I like to hear others talk about how they go about creating the idea and then developing it, or if they do develop at all, or if they just pants it, and how they do what they do. So out of the 7 ideas I have, only one of them is going to be written in Danish. I think I have a detailed Excel sheet that I'm looking at here, and I have written the title, or a very general idea of what the book is going to be about, and then I have color coded it so I can see at a glance, oh, the blue ones are the ones I plan on writing in English, and the green ones are the Danish ones, and I only have one in Danish. I don't think I'm going to go with that, because as far as I remember, it's inspired by something I saw or heard. It's a pun in some way, and as far as I remember, it's quite a mystery, crime, thriller. It's kind of like an whodunit, and I am not going to do that. So I have 6 ideas left when I don't do that. I have an idea for an English novel, but I have written the idea or the tagline in Danish. And this idea I have just written. Bøger er en dør til oplevelser og viden. Midlertidig titel. And that means books are a door to experiences and knowledge. And then temporary title. That doesn't help me very much. If I remember correctly, this idea is pretty similar to a story I wrote not that long ago, that was also about going in and out of another dimension or something. So I won't do that either. And then I have 5 left. I have an idea that's about the fate of the world. It's if I remember correctly, it's a dystopian. It's a dystopian futuristic novel about overpopulation and what people do or don't do in order to save the world and each other. I don't know if I'm going to go with that. And then I have another idea. It's about auras, that all people, or just a few people, I haven't decided, can look at another person and then see their aura, and then based on the color of their aura, they know how that person feels, so they can see other people's emotions. I have written slash and then written fate. It's either faith or fate. I am not sure. It was something about looking at people and then seeing their color. It reminds me of other futuristic novels. There's a novel, or it's a film, I think, that's called In Time, and then over people's heads there's this clock that's counting down, and you can see how long or how little time they have left to live. It's kind of like that, but then not at all. It's a color that either shows how they feel. I have written faith, so I'm not quite sure what I actually meant by that. Auras of faith or fate. Maybe it's a bit of both, that you can look at people and see their emotion, but you can also see their fate. Kind of like the counting down. I don't know how I feel about that idea. And then there are 3 ideas left. Maybe I would go with the auras story idea. But there's an idea where I've just written good girl. I don't know. Maybe that's pretty interesting. I hope that I have made another document where I have some notes about what it's going to be. And then I have an idea. I've just written the Navy SEAL. So it's actually quite funny. I got this idea a long time ago, but my boyfriend and I recently watched The Ranch. I think it was in The Ranch, the Netflix TV series, where I think it's Colt who says something about believing that the Navy SEAL is an actual SEAL, and I thought it was funny, and it's, oh no, they stole my idea. They didn't do that, of course, but the Navy SEAL, maybe it's just because SEAL is so obvious. It's a word that means different things, and then it's obvious to think that, oh, the Navy SEAL, it could be a real animal seal, or it could be the person. Maybe that would be fun to write. And then I have an idea called the time being. The time being, it's a regular phrase, an idiom you say in specific context. But I thought that it would be fun to write a story about a being that's related to time somehow, that it's a physical being, or not a physical being, but a being that's all about time. This is time itself somehow. So I think I'm going to either do the auras of fate one. I'm just going to mark it with exclamation marks, or the time being, or maybe the Navy SEAL. Okay, these 3 auras of faith or fate. Auras of faith or fate idea. Oh, I have a map or a folder on my computer that says synesthesia. Synesthesia. It's as far as I remember, it's something about you can see colors in a specific way. What do I have here? Okay. I can see that I'm thinking that the main character is a young woman, and I have written specific names for that character, and I also have ideas for her last name, something that means something specific. I don't know. I actually have a synopsis for this one, so maybe I should really consider doing this. But I'm also going to check out the other two ideas. I have a very short synopsis for this. Yeah, it only says something about Navy SEALs, or the people, Navy SEALs, who are on the ship, on the sea, of course, but they have a seal in a water tank, and then it's kind of like their mascot. I've also written in Danish that I don't really have any idea of what the plot should be. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. Then I only have one story idea left, and that's the thing about the time. Yeah, I don't really have a synopsis. I just made a notice that I think that I thought this could be a fun idea to explore. So never mind. I whittled down 7 ideas, or 9. 2 of them didn't really count, but 7 ideas have now turned into one that I'm going to write. Auras of Faith or Fate. I have to decide whether it's one or the other, I think, but I'm going to go with that idea. And during the month of April, I will make sure to do a writing vlog once a week. It's not going to be a set week that I film, but I plan on uploading regularly, so it will be on Wednesdays. So the uploads will be consistent, but the recording phases might not be. But yes, I have now chosen an idea, and then I'm ready to plunge into the story tomorrow, and then write. And as I said before, NaNoWriMo, the regular NaNoWriMo, is just 1 month, and the goal is 50,000 words. That's a thin book, if you ask me, so I usually write for the entire month of November and then continue on into December and then finish up the novel before Christmas. And that's what I should have done in 2024, but things got in the way, and then I pushed it away, and then I finished it after New Year's. But this, for this camp, or unofficial camp, that we're doing, is I'm setting a goal of 30,000 words, and that should be doable, even though there's going to be a week where I don't write. But no worries, I will continue writing in the next month, and I hope that I will either always be writing or editing or doing something that relates to writing, so I can make a writing related video each week. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed getting a sneak peek into my world of writing, and I hope you will watch the next videos I do. Take care. Thank you for watching.